Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your friendly neighborhood makeup hobgoblin here, and we are going to do another look with the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. Yesterday is the day that I got it in, so I haven't used it besides the 2 looks I did on Instagram and then the 1 look I had filmed with this. So we're going to use some other shades. I've already done my base. I'm going to again go in with the Urban Decay Primer Potion because I'm just testing this out, seeing if it's as good as the Nars. I mean, I really can't complain. I do have some lash glue stuck to my lid from yesterday. We're not gonna worry about that. And again, I'll have links to my other video and then my Instagram swatches all down below so you guys can see to help make your decisions. Again, here's the palette. What should we dip into today? I think I'm gonna dip into the purples. I think I am. So I'm gonna start probably with Nurture, and then we'll go in with the purples, and then probably Vision. So let's start with a clean blending brush. This is a Coastal Scents brush, but any blending brush will do. So yesterday we actually, I'm not one for spontaneous plans. I just don't like that. But at the last minute, spontaneous plan, we decided to go to the movies and we saw Maverick. I know. Pretty good. Pretty good. I just left the movie sad because of Val Kilmer in real life, how he has some illnesses, and it just made me really sad. Because he's my second favorite Batman, so my number 1 is Michael Keaton. I don't really want to start a fight with y'all, so if you have a different favorite Batman, let us not get into it. So again, this is still the shade Nurture. I'm hoping the face palette should get to me tomorrow, because I would really like to post swatches with that, since my initial post on Instagram is doing pretty well, and I'm pretty proud, because I felt like Kris Jenner, you know, like the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. That's how I felt. I'm gonna go in with a different brush because now I want to start doing the creams. So I think we're gonna jump into 2 different Real Techniques brushes. This one is the 307 and then the other one is a 310. It's basically just like a little crease brush and then a little smudge brush. So I'm gonna start with the crease brush. And I'm gonna go into the shade Instinct, which is the lighter purple, and then after we will go in with Edgy. I'm probably gonna just do a relatively standard shaped crease. I don't really feel, I don't know. I hate to be like, oh, I'm not really artistic in my looks, but I stick to that classic, you know, you got your crease, you got your outer corner, you got your lid shade. The first look I did do with this palette was a halo eye, and that one's posted on my Instagram. That was kind of fun, but for me, every day, I'm not going to do something like that, whereas the looks that I typically am filming on here are things that I'm going to wear in my everyday life. So it's more realistic for me to be like, well, here's how I would actually use the palette, whether I'm running errands or going to work, or really even just to take pictures on Instagram, because obviously when I do my makeup, I'm doing my makeup the way I like to do my makeup. So that was a bit of a tangent. These people that live around me, nobody goes to school anymore. Kids outside all the time. What movies have you guys seen recently? Do you go to theaters or do you try to avoid it? I plan on watching Baz Luhrmann's the Elvis movie. I think it's on HBO, I think is where I saw it. And I did want to see that in theaters, but we try really hard to... We don't want to drag the other person to the movies for a movie we don't want to see. And Hubs isn't really into musical films, and he actually just doesn't like Elvis, like, at all. I don't know what Elvis did to him, but I just knew it wasn't his vibe, so I was like, I'll just wait to be able to watch it at home, and I can just curl up in a ball on the couch and really enjoy it more, especially with, like, most Baz Luhrmann films. I don't know, I need to be alone so I can have all the emotions that the film is going to give me, because it's going to give you at least 50 different emotions at once. Because Moulin Rouge is one of my top favorite films of all time. It's in my top 5. His Gatsby was also, oh God, the music, just that whole film, just stunning, 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 stunning. I love the way he does, like, the lighting on, like, the females in his film. Like, I love him. I haven't seen Strictly Ballroom. I really need to watch it because he did that original trio where it was Romeo and Juliet, and that was, like, the spoken word. Moulin Rouge was the music, and then Strictly Ballroom was the dancing. Like, each movie had, like, that was its main piece. I just haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna take Edgy now. And I'm gonna start this on the outer corner for depth. And it makes a lot of sense that she made the purples cream to powder, since purple is one of the hardest shadows to formulate. I feel like I understand the decision, because I'm sure that making creams were a lot easier. The only thing is these are really warm leaning purples. A couple years ago, I was on the hunt for, like, purple eyeshadow for depth, but I wanted, like, a neutral purple, if that makes sense. I didn't want it to pull pink, and I didn't want it to pull blue. I just wanted it to stay purple, which I know is super hard because obviously purple is made out of red and blue. But I was on the hunt for such a long time. I think I gave up, really. Oh no, you know who does good purple? Blend Bunny. They do some good purples. Menagerie did as well. But I think it took me so long to find them that by the time it came around, I was just like, oh. Too little too late, I guess. So these are blending out really nice. And again, since it is a cream to powder, it's not going to stay as dark as it appears in the pan. But that's kind of how most creams work. I did try the Love palette when it first came out, and I did not like that palette, and I find I'm dipping in Instinct for under the eye. I feel like these are blending a lot better, and they're, like, I don't know, I just like the color better. Because the purple in the Love was, I want to say, was a cream to powder. And I was just really disappointed because I think that was still on my hunt for purple. Okay. Super easy. Now I'm going to dip back into Instinct, and I'm just going to lightly coat my lid, at least the center part of my eyelid with it, just so that the color underneath is not skin tone. And really, you could stop here and put some eyeliner on if you wanted, but of course, I'm going to keep going. I'm actually going to use a brush today. I want to see how these shimmers apply dry with a brush. I really don't want to use glitter glue because I want to see how they behave on their own. So then I'm gonna take Vision, which is the multi-chrome. I think it's technically a duochrome, but it definitely has more of a multi vibe. And I can't remember if her shadows work better with a brush, because I do know Pat McGrath, some of the shades work better with the brush and some work better with the finger, but I don't remember if it's the same for Natasha. Because I normally apply shimmers with my finger. But I'm trying to test this palette in different ways so that y'all can have as much like information going into the palette if you decide to want it. Also, this is the first plastic packaging / midi palette that I have kept. Let's preface that. I have tried Biba in the past. I have tried Love. I have tried... That honestly might be it, but Biba used to make me so mad. I think I even tried to use that for my wedding. I just did not like the tones. Alright, so I'm bringing the outer part. I'm just like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm like following my lid down. And then I think I'm gonna go in with the black actually. So we're gonna dip into Blackest Black, and I'm gonna use the B2 brush from Blend Bunny, which I used yesterday with the black. And I am just going to tap this on that outer corner of my eye. And tapping it will pretty much blend it in, especially because the base of the multi-chrome duochrome is a bit darker, so it's going to blend together. Like, it's gonna look I barely blended that, and I from what I can see, it looks relatively seamless. Just tapping it on. Alright, and then going back in with that crease brush that we did the creams with, I'm going to buff out any harsh edges. This is kind of pretty. And like I said in my last video, I really feel like this palette complements brown hazel green eyes, the purple and the peachy tones. I know a lot of people are super disappointed with how warm it's pulling, but for me it really is, from what I can see, I feel like it's making my eyes pop, and I'm here for that. So for the inner corner, let's go in with Thrill, and I'm taking this on a Refer 23. Again, I'm just trying to test out these shimmers with using a brush. Okay. Oh, is this a duochrome too? So there's 3 duochromes in this palette. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I am enjoying this. I really am. I'm just going to blur out whatever this line is right here that I don't like. I think this is really pretty. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna leave, we're just gonna keep on trucking. Let's go in with like a mini, it's Benefit Roller Lash. My final thoughts yet again on this palette. Can you do these looks with other things? Yes, of course. I will say, purples being hard to formulate, sometimes it's very hit or miss getting a good purple eyeshadow. So to have some good ones in here, I like that. I really enjoy the peach and the purples together. Are they... Yeah, they're not opposite on the color wheel, but they're colors that go together. So I feel like it's an interesting color story. I'm trying to think in my head of other color stories that pull like purple and orange. I'll have to do a deeper dive into my collection to see. But overall, I'm actually very impressed with how that shimmer applied with a brush. And I think that that's great because you shouldn't have to use a glitter glue, have to use your finger. I just put it on dry and I think it looks fantastic. I like that. I like that. And let's go in with a lipstick. You know what? Let's just go in with Natasha again so y'all can see how it applies and like all that. So I'm gonna take my, should I do this color? Yeah. Okay, so this is Total Taupe by Makeup Forever, which I feel no one talks about and it deserves more hype. And I'm not overlining, I'm just throwing it on there. If you have trouble lining your lips, try holding the pencil straight and just moving your head. And just follow your lip. Easy. That was a weird sound. Okay. And again, she claims that the new one is going to be, it's the same color in a different formula. And it is a neutral beige. And it is a neutral beige. So, like... I know she's also coming out with a gloss with a formula as well. And I think she's re-releasing the same lip liner. Unless there was a different lip liner formula for the... Was it the Love collection, the extension? Because this one's a matte, right? Yeah, I don't have any of that satin formula that she's claiming the new version is like. The blush, she doesn't go, but it's okay. I mean, it's the warm tones, I guess. Yeah, I just wanted to show y'all another look with the palette and just give you my thoughts again, because I know people are kind of up in arms on like, oh, it's so warm. It's not like the photos, so at least seeing it in action might help some of you make your decision. And I hope this was helpful. So down below, I'm going to link my Instagram and then the photo with swatches, the reel with like moving swatches, and then my 2 looks. And yeah, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.